Hello guys, welcome to this update video. I do hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Now we are going to be looking at what is going on in terms of weather activity across the Caribbean region. We'll also be delving into the precipitation forecast for the month of May. So May starts this coming Friday, and it is my favorite month of the year. I mean, I'm biased because it is my birth month. Let me know if you are a fellow Maybug. But my special day is the 15th, 2 Fridays from now. So, well, 3 Fridays from now. So, we're going to be looking at the forecast for May, and I'll also be talking about what is currently going on. Now, earlier in the week, if you're in Guadeloupe or Dominica, you can recall that the week kick-started with quite a bit of rainfall and thunderstorm activity. Things have pretty much improved within this area, but we had a trough that's pretty much, it helped with fueling a lot of rain in that general area. And we still got some moisture around, so that we can see here these different colors which are representing the cloud heights. And as we see more of the darker shadings of reds going to the grays, those are much higher clouds, often pretty much like consistent of a lot of rainfall and thunderstorm activity. So we can see that there's definitely been some action across sections of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, and especially for Hispaniola and the Dominican Republic, more so. So there's definitely been some thunderstorms kicking up in the area. In Jamaica, for some of us, it's been an active day. Look at all these white dots. Those are depicting lightning strikes. So we kind of get an idea of where those thunderstorms are happening. And even along sections of Cuba, it's also been active today. Elsewhere, things have been pretty much quiet for the most part, except northern South America. For parts of Colombia, Venezuela, and even going to French Guiana and Suriname, we can see things getting active in this area as well. Now, we have quite a bit of dry air, which is in the region. Let me go to that map briefly here. So we can see these different colors, and as we head more towards those oranges and reds, those are denser masses of dry air. So we can see that being prevalent across the Western Caribbean, especially. Lots of dry air, definitely in the vicinity of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. And going back to the satellite, we're not seeing much going on in this part of the region. So that is the reason. The dry air, it helps us stabilize atmospheric conditions. So there's not as much ability for those thunderstorms to be developing. So we find that the weather is pretty much sunny, maybe a little bit windy, and it's just great weather to be at the beach. Now, let's look at the rain forecast over the course of the next day, and more color means more rain. So in sections of Cuba, going to Jamaica as well, and Hispaniola, especially the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico over the course of the next day, there's likely to be additional periods of heavy rain and even thunderstorms, especially as we head to the afternoon, similar to what we're currently experiencing today. As for the Virgin Islands and throughout the Lesser Antilles, rainfall activity is going to be quite limited, with just a few passing showers possible. Things will be on the much drier side for the ABC Islands, very limited chance of rain as well. And going down to the Guyanas, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, we're seeing some color popping up, getting pretty colorful, so there could definitely be some additional periods of heavy downpours. Likewise, as we head to Venezuela, Colombia, but for much of Central America, it's going to be mostly scattered showers at the most. And then further north, especially towards Guatemala, Belize, the offshore islands, and sections of southern Mexico, things will be on the much drier side. Cayman Islands, rain chance will be quite limited for you guys, and it's going to be the same story for the vicinity of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands. So that's what you have going on. There's no major weather system in the area right now to really help to kick up that rainfall chance. But eventually we're going to be getting things being a bit more active in sections of the region as we head into the month of May. As I speak, let's look at that forecast to close out this video. So this is an anomaly map. So it's pretty much showing how much what is expected in terms of the precipitation, whether it's going to possibly be more than normal, less than normal, or normal. And if you're not familiar with this graphic, the green shadings indicate above average precipitation, the yellows indicate below average precipitation, white shadings pretty much average based on climatic patterns. So let's go out in time. Now this graphic is for the week of the 28th of April through the 5th of May. So we can see that for much of the Caribbean, it is drier than normal, but For sections of eastern Nicaragua, going to Costa Rica, Panama, and parts of Colombia, we're seeing these green going to the blue shading. So some areas are experiencing a lot more rain than normal at this time of year. Let's go out. This is the week of May 5th to 12th for most Caribbean islands, still in that yellow shading. So things are going to be on the drier side for us. Rain chance starting to definitely kick up and will likely be above normal for sections of Central America. Going to the week of the 12th to the 19th, seeing quite a bit of a change here. So in sections of the northern islands, there could be an increase in rain or above average rain at that time. Even for the central and southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, things could be a little bit more active than normal at that time. Going to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, there may be average to possibly below average rain, likewise northern Bahamas, much of Cuba, the Cayman Islands as well. And then for the Lesser Antilles and ABC Islands, things will likely be on the drier side, less rain than normal, and even headed towards the latter part of the month, the 19th of May to the 26th. Still seeing some of our northern islands in these green shadings here that may be a little bit more active than normal. And then as we head towards the end of May and early June, this is the 26th of May to the 2nd of June, we see the increase in rain shifting a little bit further to the west. So more islands of the Bahamas, Cuba for the most part, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, there could definitely be above average rain. And then for the eastern islands, it looks as though things overall for May will be drier than normal. So we'll see what eventually happens, guys. Overall, throughout the hurricane season, things could be a little bit more suppressed due to the El Nino. I've been talking about that in my update videos, and El Nino, even though it increases global temperatures, it doesn't necessarily mean a more active hurricane season, because that increase in temperature would actually result in more hostile conditions being influenced in sections of the Atlantic. So I'm going to keep you guys posted as usual. That's why my channel is here. That's why even now in the off season, I am posting videos a few times a week just to ensure that you are abreast in regards to what is happening out there in the realm of weather. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I do hope you found this updates to be informative. But as always, if you have any questions, you can feel free to drop them in the comments. I will get to you when I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.